Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Week 3 of West Branch Bears football. Tonight's opponent is the ever-dangerous Mount Vernon Mustangs, coached by Jim Bellamy. It must be an unusual season so far for the Mustangs in that they find themselves with a season's record of 0-2. And tonight, they're in danger of going 0-3. This must be the first time in recent memory that we can ever remember a Mount Vernon football team starting off with an 0-2 record. The Mustangs seem to be an annual powerhouse in Eastern Iowa Hawkeye Conference, and last year posted a 7-0 conference mark and ended with a season's record of 10-1 after making it to the state playoffs, but unfortunately they were eliminated in the first round game that they faced. I'm sure that the Bears will be heading into a real hornet's nest this week, for Coach Bellamy is not used to losing, and I'd be willing to bet it's been an intense week of practice at Mount Vernon. Looking at the Bears, I'm sure it's also been an intense week of practice at West Branch, but it had to be a little bit more on the positive side. The Baby Brigade, as Coach Peterson likes to refer to his young troops as, defeated the West Liberty Comets last week by an astounding score of 25-0. This may not come as a shock to the West Branch faithful, but to Eastern Iowa Hawkeye Conference critics, this could be labeled as a mild upset at a minimum. The Bears' win came from the result of an ever-improving offense, which seemed a little bit out of sync the first week of the season, and a fierce, hard-hitting, stingy-type defense that swarmed constantly all over the field. The offensive and defensive line seem to be gelling, the special teams play is much improved, and the backfield play on both offense and defense is solid. It would appear that if this team can keep improving each week, which most coaches said is really a goal at the beginning of the season, that there is really no one team in the conference that's going to be able to overlook them. One must admit that there couldn't be a much worse week for us to be going into a lion's den like Mount Vernon to play a football game. But on the other hand, we must again revert back to the Bears' old standbys: tradition, pride, and poise. I, for one, believe this young bunch of Bears will give the Mustangs all they want tonight. And it's going to be a very interesting football game, and I'm going to be anxious to see what the final outcome is going to be. So enjoy tonight's game, and we'll be right back in a minute with the starting lineups.
Starting lineups for the West Branch Bears: at center, number 58, Bill Tye. At guard, number 56, Steve Slaw. The other guard, number 54, Jason Tucker. At tackle, number 77, Jeff Dewey. The other tackle, number 52, Scott Slaw. At fullback, number 33, Tyler Roseneck. Another back, number 31, Ryan Burton. Number 7 is Chris Braddock at split end. At tight end, number 1, Chris Christensen. At wideout, number 2, Vic Capper. And at quarterback, number 5, Jamie Lashcock. Head coach, Butch Peterson. Starting for Mount Vernon, at center, number 50, Charlie Babcock. At guard, number 58, Steve Buckmeyer. Another guard, number 63, Bruce Coffran. Tackle, number 70, Joe Cornthwaite. The other tackle, number 72, Aaron Horman. Starting at end, number 11, Doug West. Starting at quarterback, number 16, Dan France. Another starter, number 29, Sean Voigt. Starting back, number 36, David Randall. Another starting back, number 40, Tracy Allen. Also starting number 43, Doug Martin. Head coach from Mount Vernon is Jim Bellamy. Will be Bob Blythe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about ready to start the kickoff here. Mount Vernon has elected to kick the football. They will be in their home maroon and white uniforms. West Branch on the north end of the football field was in their traveling red pants and white jerseys. The kick goes deep. It's to Roseneck on about the 10-yard line. He starts up the right side.
Kickoff is returned by Burton up to the 20.
Correction on that last play, Ryan Burton is the one that received the kickoff, and he returned the football to the West Branch 25-yard line. Laschek takes the football, sweeps the left end, cuts up, has a good opening, cuts back against the green, breaks into the open field, one man nails him.
Attack on a quarterback keeper. Good for the
Ernie Foss made that saving tackle.
Tackle made by Ernie Foss.
All right, West Branch breaks the huddle. The ball's on about the 39.5-yard line. A real fine run by Jamie Laschek there. Laschek takes the ball, hands off to Roseneck, finds some room over the right side. Good for about 4 yards.
Roseneck on the carry.
Bill Tye brings him out of the huddle. Horman was in on the tackle on the last play for Mount Vernon. Laschek pitches the sweep to the left side here. Burton has some slight room there. Squirts through a small hole.
Burton on a sweep of left end. Good for the first down.
We got 10-19 to go in the first quarter. West Branch was awarded a first down on that last play. It's now 1st and 10 on the Mount Vernon 49-yard line. We have a sweep to the right side this time. Burton cuts it back inside. Gain of about 2 yards.
Burton on the carry.
All right, we got 2nd down, 9 yards to go for West Branch on the Mount Vernon 48-yard line. We've got Roseneck and Burton in the backfield. Laschek at quarterback. Hands off to Burton. Skirts up the middle. Good gain. Good gain. Close to a first down. All right, Tucker and Fountain have been rotating the plays in at the right guard position again tonight. We have a 3rd down and about 2 yards to go for a first down. Laschek comes this way. A solid hit in a backfield.
Burton, the ball carrier, hit for a loss by Buckmeyer. Loss of...
All right, after that fine defensive play by Mount Vernon, that brought up a 4th down and 5 yards to go for West Branch on the Mount Vernon 43-yard line. Slaws into punt for West Branch. Bad snap, but he still is able to get the punt away. Got a good kick away. Number 36 for Mount Vernon takes it on their own 15-yard line, and he's hit almost immediately.
Slaws punt is returned by David Randall up to about the 25.
All right, it's first down, 10 yards to go for Mount Vernon on about their own 23-yard line. Hands off to the right side. Good tackle in there by Capper and
Face down, the ball carrier.
Rick Fountain.
Capper after a gain of...
All right, 2nd down, 8 yards to go for Mount Vernon on about their own 27-yard line. Hand off in the backfield, number 28. He's hit immediately by Bill Tye and down.
Gain of 1, 3rd and 7.
All right, for West Branch, we have Dewey, Slaw, and Tye on the defensive line. We've got Sexton, Fountain, and Christensen, Tucker, Capper, Braddock, and Burton in the backfield.
Mount Vernon lines up offside.
All right, we've got a 3rd down and 12 yards to go. Mount Vernon lined up offsides on that last play, penalized 5 yards, so now they're back to about their own 23-yard line. We've got a draw play up the middle to number 28, but we had a good play in there. Number 56.
The ball carrier on the draw play.
Steve Slaw was diagnosed that play immediately.
4th down.
All right, Mount Vernon's going to punt the ball away. They got a 4th down, 10 yards to go. We got 6:28 left in the first quarter. We've got Burton and Capper back to receive for West Branch. Good kick. It's low. There's going to be a chance for a run back here. Burton takes it on about his own 42-yard line, cuts up the middle, gets a few blocks, squirts out to about the Mount Vernon 45-yard line. A good run back.
Punt by Blythe is returned by Burton. Back into Mount Vernon.
All right, we got first down, 10 yards to go for the Bears on about the Mount Vernon 46-yard line. Good return there by Ryan Burton. Last second quarterback. Drops back to pass. There's a heavy rush from Mount Vernon. Got a man wide open. Chris Baddock out here in the flat. Heads downfield. He's hit still on his feet. He's out of bounds at about the 30-yard line of Mount Vernon.
Pass is complete to Braddock for a gain of 16.
All right, first down and 10 for the Bears after that fine catch by Chris Braddock there. Lashchuk takes the football. Looks like he's going to throw again. Skirts out to the right side. Has a man open downfield. Braddock again, wide open. 10-yard line. Good catch.
Another pass from Lashchuk is complete to Braddock. Run out of bounds by France.
All right, the Bears picked up another first and 10 on that last pass reception by Chris Braddock. A real fine thrown ball by Lashchuk. We got 5:47 in the first quarter to go yet. They try this left side again where they seem to be having the trouble. This time Burton has a little running room. He's hit at about the 10-yard line and downed. All right, we've got a second down, 9 yards to go for the Bears on about the 9-yard line. This is the third play of this drive, which started on the West Branch 46-yard line. Lashchuk's back, has a man open in the flat. Could be a touchdown. He's hit and down on about the 2-yard line. That reception was by number 7, Chris Braddock, and Franz for Mount Vernon was in on the tackle.
Stop short of the first down by France.
All right, third down for the Bears on about the 3-yard line. Lashchuk takes the football, hands off up the middle to Roseneck, gets a good charge ahead. Still on his feet, refuses to go down. Good run by Tyler Roseneck.
Braddock over right guard.
All right, we have the first big play of the football game. We have fourth down and 1 yard to go on about the 2-yard line for a first and 10. They can get a first and 10 without getting in for a touchdown. Lashchuk takes the football, sweeps to the left side. Burton's got running room. He's in for a touchdown, Bears.
Ryan Burton for the touchdown.
Okay. West Branch is lined up for the extra point. We have Chris Christensen holding, and Brett Stout will attempt the point after. Bill Ty is the center that's snapping the football. There it is. It's down. It's up. It's good. West Branch leads this football game, ladies and gentlemen, 7-0. That score came with 3:43 left in the first quarter. West Branch is on top for the first time against the Mustangs. I think this is going to give the Bears a lot of momentum here. All right, the Bears are lined up to kick off to the Mustangs. Jason Tucker will be kicking off. That last scoring march by the Bears started on their own 46-yard line. Was a 7-play drive that culminated with 7 points. Voigt and Randall are deep for the Mustangs. The kick's away. It's a good kick right down the middle by Tucker. Randall takes the football, starts upfield. He's headed right up the middle. He has a small shoot. There's a good hit there. West Branch has things clogged up in the middle. Mount Vernon was able to bring the football out to their own 40-yard line, so they should start in good field position. All right, first down, 10 yards to go for Mount Vernon. 3:24 left in the first quarter. They start this drive on their own 40-yard line. Handoff up the middle to number 40.
Tracy Allen, the ball carrier, for a gain of a couple.
Tracy Allen carried that football.
Sexton and Ty.
Second down, 8 yards to go for the Mustangs on their own 42-yard line. Ty and Sexton were in on the tackle on that last play. The quarterback's under a heavy rush. The pass is complete to number 36, David Randall. That pass complete to about the West Branch 47-yard line.
Tackle made by Burton.
We got Slaw, Tucker, Ty, and Dewey in the defensive line for the Bears. They're going to have to dig in here and stop this drive early. Handoff to number 40, Tracy Allen. He's hit almost immediately on the right side of that Bear line.
Ball carrier was Tracy Allen.
Sexton and Ty were in on a tackle. That's a second tackle in a row for those two. Second down, 8 yards to go for the Mustangs. We've got 1:45 left in the first quarter. Number 16 rolls back to pass. He's, fumble! West Branch is on the football. Number 54, Jason Tucker, recovered that football. A vicious hit by number 2, Vic Capper. Blindsided the quarterback. Never seen him coming.
Fumbles recovered by Tucker.
All right, Ty brings them up to the line again. The Bears are going to start this drive on the Mustang 44-yard line. Laschek's back to pass again. Has his man down the middle. That's Christensen wide open. He's down to about the 30-yard line.
Pass is complete over the middle to
Becker was in on that tackle for Mount Vernon. We've got another Mount Vernon player down. We've had 2 players injured so far. All right, the offense for West Branch is Christensen at tight end, Jeff Dewey at left tackle, Jason Tucker and Fountain alternating at guards, Bill Ty at center, Steve Slaw and Scott Slaw on the right side. Laschek, Burton, and Roseneck in the backfield, split in Capper, slot backs Braddock. Laschek's back to pass again, has a man down the left side, that's Braddock, a great catch. They roll it inbounds at about the Mount Vernon 17-yard line.
Rolled inbounds at the 17.
All right, West Branch comes up. We had a 1st and 10 again on that last play. This is the 3rd play of the drive, which started on the Mount Vernon 44-yard line. We got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Laschek's back to pass again. Has Braddock going out in the right flat. The ball's headed for him. He's right at the incomplete, right on the goal line. A great try.
In and out of his hands at the goal line.
Second down, 10 yards to go for the Bears at the Mount Vernon 18-yard line, and we have to comment on the job that the offensive line's doing for the Bears. Laschek's had all sorts of time to throw the football. You might notice right here on this play here, plenty of time to throw it. He's got a man intercepted in the end zone by Mount Vernon, tipped off the hands of Vic Capper.
Intercepted by Boyd in the end zone.
All right, after the interception in the end zone by Mount Vernon, we brought the football out here to the 20-yard line. There's a fumble. Mount Vernon recovers its own football. The quarterback, bad handoff on that play.
For a loss of 2.
All right, second down, 12 yards to go for Mount Vernon after a fumble loss of 2 yards. Have a handoff in the backfield, number 43. Doug Martin was the ball carrier, and Sexton and Ty diagnosed the play. There was little or no gain on it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the first quarter with West Branch leading this football game 7-0. Looking over the first quarter, some of the interesting statistics here would be that the Bears have run approximately 17 plays from the offensive standpoint to simply 7 for the Mount Vernon Mustangs. So they've almost doubled the offensive output in the first quarter. I think this could show up later down the road in this football game. All right, here we go. We have another big play in the football game. We have a 3rd down, 11 yards to go for Mount Vernon. It's a draw play up the middle. Tremendous hit in there by Fountain. Number Steve Slaw was the first man to hit the punt. They had a 4th down, 7 yards to go. We've got Burton and Capper back on the Mount Vernon on the West Branch 40-yard line to receive the punt. Good snap, punts away. Burton takes the football, has a nice shoot down the right side, gets away from one tackler. He's hitting down at about the Mount Vernon 48-yard line.
Right punt is returned by Burton.
All right, Bears come up 1st and 10 on the Mount Vernon 49-yard line. Roseneck and Burton in the backfield. Laschek at quarterback. Pitches out to the left side to Burton. Number 43 for the Mustangs has a good shot at him, but he squirts away from him and gets down to about the Mount Vernon 43-yard line. Gain of about 6 to 7 yards on that play. Here. Had a real fine hit by Babcock from Mount Vernon on Burton on that last play. That brings up 2nd down, 4 yards to go. There was a gain of about 6 yards. Laschek's back to pass. He's got Braddock wide open out here in the flat. Takes complete pass. Fumbles the football.
Pass is completed. Fumble and recovered by Mount Vernon. Tracy Allen on the recovery.
Allen was in on the recovery of that football for Mount Vernon. It was a complete pass thrown to Braddock. He seemed to lose the handle on it when he turned to go upfield. I don't know. I think it's a pretty cool night tonight, and I think possibly the players' fingers might be a little bit cold. All right, Mount Vernon comes up. First down, 10 yards to go on their own 35. We've got 9:56 left in the second quarter. Franz is back to throw the football. Has a man. Intercepted by West Branch. Number 2, Vic Capper. Still got running room. Still on his feet down the middle. All right. All right, Bears.
Pass from Franz intercepted by Capper. Tackle made by Horman.
All right, we've had a series of turnovers here right in succession. West Branch now has the football on the Mount Vernon 37-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Laschek takes the football, rolls to his left, looks downfield, has a man over in the flat intended for Braddock, but he was well covered that play. Fountain brought the play in. The Bears are ready to go now. Second down, 10 yards to go after that incomplete pass. 9:27 here in the second quarter. Got Burton in motion to the left side of the football field. Laschek's back to pass. We have a flag down. He's got a heavy rush. Got a man open over here, Chris Christensen. He's hit immediately and down.
Flag dropped on the play as the pass is complete to Christensen. Tackle made immediately by Randall for a loss of about...
All right, we have third down, 13 yards to go for the Bears. There was a loss of about 3 yards on the last play, and we had an illegal procedure penalty against the Bears, which Mount Vernon declined. So we've got third down, about 13, 14 yards to go here. Laschek's back to pass down the middle. He's got Braddock open. 2 defenders there. Intercepted by Mount Vernon. Tracy Allen in on that interception.
Pass is batted in here and intercepted by Tracy Allen.
All right, once again, we have another turnover, an interception by Mount Vernon. They now have the football on their own 12-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. We've got an illegal procedure here on Mount Vernon.
Ocean Valley against Mount Vernon.
All right, we had a 5-yard penalty assessed against Mount Vernon for illegal procedure. It's first down, 15 yards to go on the about the 7-yard line of Mount Vernon. They try a run and play over the right side. Small gain. Gain of about 6 yards on that last play. Brings up second down, 9 yards to go for the Mustangs. Hand off to number 40 again. He tries left side this time. Tracy Allen was the ball carrier. Capper was in on the tackle on that play.
Tackle by Bill Ty.
This would be a good place for the Bear defense to tighten up here a little bit. Mount Vernon has Randall, Allen, Martin, and Franz in the backfield. Pitch to the right side. There's a fumble on the play. Bears have it. Bears have it.
Fumble on the play.
Jeff Dewey was in on that fumble, ladies and gentlemen. Ball's resting on about the Mount Vernon 5-yard line. West Branch should be in tremendous field position here.
Goal at the 5.
All right, I think you're going to see this baby brigade come alive here on this next series. They've got first and goal at the 5-yard line. Laschek takes the football, hands off to Roseneck. He's hit immediately, but still spins forward back to about the original line of scrimmage. Cornwaith for Mount Vernon was in on that last tackle. There was no gain on the play, so we still have second and goal at the 5-yard line. Laschek's under the center. Comes back, pitches out wide to Burton. He has running room. He could cut it inside. He is. Touchdown, Bears.
Burton, the ball carrier for the touchdown.
All right. The Bears score with 6:04 left in the second quarter of this football game. It's now 13-0 before the extra point try. Brett Stout's in once again to try the extra point, and Christian will be holding. Ty once again is snapping. All right, the snap's good. Down. The extra point attempt is blocked by Mount Vernon.
Point attempt by Ayers is blocked this time.
All right, that last scoring drive by the Bears was only 2 plays. It started at the Mount Vernon 5-yard line after the fumble and turnover for the Bears. That score came with 6:04 left in the second period. Tucker to kick off for the Bears. Jeff Dewey and Chris Christian threw good blocks for Burton on that last touchdown run of his, which gave him a big gaping hole on that right side. Tucker kicks the football, goes to Voigt for Mount Vernon, takes it on about his own 20-yard line, right up the middle. He breaks out of the pack.
Tucker's kickoff returned up the middle by Voigt. Tackle by Ty.
Tucker and Capper were in on a stop for West Branch on that. Mount Vernon breaks the huddle. Score still remains 13-0 in favor of the Bears. First down and 10 yards to go on about their own 40-yard line. They're trying to run that football up the middle for no gain.
Allen, the ball carrier, stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
1 yard on that last play from scrimmage, and I think you see the entire middle of that Bear line swarm. Tremendous hit put on the quarterback. The football's loose again. West Branch is on it.
Ball's real dead.
All right, we have third down, 17 yards to go for the Mustangs. Steve Slaw put a tremendous hit on the quarterback on that last play. Knocked the football loose, but the officials ruled the ball was down. Before the tremendous rush on him. Have a screen play out here to the right, and Bill Ty almost intercepted that football. He was the only West Branch Bear out there.
Screen pass, ball's incomplete, bringing up fourth.
All right, we got 4:20 in the second quarter. Fourth down, 17 yards to go for Mount Vernon. They'll punt. We got Burton and Capper back once again on about the Bear 30-yard line to receive the punt. It's a good high kick. It's over the head of both punt returners for West Branch. It's still rolling. This could be a really good kick. Mount Vernon downs the football on about the West Branch 1-yard line. The official rules that the West Branch player didn't slide into the end zone, or the Mount Vernon player. All right, the Bears break the huddle. We've got first down, 10 yards to go on the West Branch 1-yard line. West Branch is going to have to get some breathing room here in a hurry. Ball's handed off to Roseneck, or to Burton. Squirms forward for about a 2-yard gain. Void in on the tackle for Mount Vernon on the last play. The Bears come to the line once again now. We still have, after a gain of about 1 yard, we got second down, 9 yards to go for the Bears. Last check, hands off. Once again, Burton tries the middle of that. Squirts out of there. Got a good gain out of this. A good run by Burton in the middle. First down, West Branch Bears. After a fine run by Burton, we have a first down, 10 yards to go for West Branch on their own 15-yard line. West Branch has 2 timeouts needed if they decide to get the ball out in good field position here. Good run by Roseneck over the left side. Second down, 5 yards to go for the Bears on about their own 19-yard line. Sean Voigt for Mount Vernon has been on the last 3 consecutive tackles. Last check's back to pass, has a man open here in the flat. Looks to a secondary receiver downfield, throws it to Chris Braddock here. Randall for Mount Vernon was in on the tackle.
Pass is thrown complete to Braddock.
Third down, 5 yards to go. Here again, we've got a good big play for West Branch. I'm sure they'd like to get this first down and keep possession of that football and run the first half out. Vlasic pitches the ball to the left side. Burton does have running room. Evades one tackler, and he's got a first down. He's picked up a big first down for the Bears again. We may see a timeout here by West Branch. Randall Nemesek was in on the tackle for Mount Vernon. Still, it was good enough for a first down for the Bears. All right, we've got 1:40 left in the first half here with the Bears leading 13-0. The ball wrestling about the West Branch 28-yard line. Last check, drops back to pass. He's under a heavy Mount Vernon rush. Throws the football. He's got man open in the left flat, but he overthrew him just a little bit. He rushed that pass just a trifle bit. After the incomplete pass, we have second down, 10 yards to go for the Bears. We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Burton's in motion to the right. Vlasic dropped back to pass once again. He's under a heavy Mount Vernon rush. Has to throw the football away. Last play only used up 4 seconds after that incomplete pass, so it brings up a third down, 10 yards to go for the Bears. Ball still resting on their own 28-yard line. We've got Braddock in motion to the right side. Roll out to the right, and Vlasic is hit almost immediately and down in the backfield by a Mount Vernon player. All right, the Bears are going to be forced to punt. We got fourth down and about 12 yards. Scott Slaw back to punt, snaps away. It's a good snap, good punt. Down here to Randall on about his, drops the football. The Bears almost hit him almost immediately. So he's down at about the Mount Vernon 35-yard line. Braddock and Fountain was in on that tackle. Good kick coverage by the Bears. Mount Vernon comes up the line. We got first down, 10 yards to go. There's only 45 seconds left in the half now. Drops back to pass. There's a heavy rush put on by Dewey. The ball's almost intercepted by Capper. A real fine defensive play. Ball was intended for number 43, Doug Martin. All right, after the incomplete pass, it's second down, 10 yards to go, 37 seconds left in the half. Mount Vernon drops back to pass again. Tremendous rush by the Bears. We have a man wide open over the middle for Mount Vernon. Comes over here to the right side. West Branch hits him, keeps him in bounds, however. The clock's still running. Mount Vernon calls timeout.
First down at the 47 of West Branch. Tackle by Braddock.
First down, 10 yards to go after that last play for the Mustangs. There's 27 seconds left in the football game. The Mustangs have one timeout left in case they need to use it here in the first half. Their number 33 rolls out, throws it as far as he can downfield. The ball is almost intercepted again by Vic Capper.
Pass and Blythe intended for Voigt, calls incomplete.
Second down, 10 yards to go for the Mustangs. Something rather interesting is they brought number 33 now, Bob Blythe, in at quarterback, who must be a better thrower than the actual quarterback that started the football game. Ball's tipped by number 31. We have a flag down on the play also. It appears to be pass interference against West Branch.
Pass intended for Randall, calls incomplete. Flag drop. For pass interference, we'll give Mount Vernon a first down on the 32.
All right, we had a pass interference call against the Bears on that last play. There's 17 seconds left in the first half. Mount Vernon now has a 1st and 10 on about the West Branch 32-yard line. Mount Vernon throws the football down the middle. Number 11, Doug West, was the only receiver in the general vicinity of that throw. Second down, 10 yards to go for the Mustangs. Coach Peterson's been out to talk to his troops here and got the defense set. Number 16 for the Mustangs dropped back to throw. He throws over here in the left flat. The ball's caught and then dropped.
Pass intended for Boyd, falls incomplete.
The ball rests on the West Branch 31-yard line. We have 6 seconds left in the half, so the Mustangs have time for one play, possibly two at the most. The quarterback rolls out to the right, looks downfield. He's throwing for the end zone. There's a man there, but the pass is way overthrown. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the first half with the West Branch Bears leading the Mount Vernon Mustangs 13-0. It's been a good, strong showing by the Bears here. It seems that the Bears play a little bit stronger in the second half, so I think that you're going to see the Bears come out with fire in their eyes to start this second half, and I'll be very surprised if the score remains at 13-0 for very long in the second half. All right, we're getting ready to start the second half of this football game. West Branch is leading 13-0. Captains are out in the center of the field. Bill Ty Burton and number 56. Slaw is out in the middle of the football field. A few of the stats for the first half on the defensive side of the football. We had Bill Ty with 8 tackles, Barney Sexton with 5, Steve Slaw with 6, Scott Slaw with 6, Rick Fountain with 7, Jason Tucker with 5, Jeff Dewey with 5, and Vic Capper with 6. On the offensive side of the football, we had Jamie Laschek 7 for 14 in the passing department for a total of 72 yards. And on the ground, in the first quarter, West Branch had 39 yards, and in the second quarter, they wound up with 35 yards for a half total of 74. So you can see the balanced scoring attack that the Bears are putting forth here in the first half. They had 72 in the air and 74 on the ground. On the carries, we had Roseneck with 11 carries for 49 yards. We had Burton. We had Burton with 11 carries for 49 yards. We had Roseneck with 4 carries for 12 yards. And Laschek had 2 carries for a gain of 13 yards. West Branch is going to be kicking the football to start this second half. Number 54, Tucker, will be kicking off. And Randall and Voigt are back deep to receive from Mount Vernon. So I would say probably this first series of the second half is going to be a very important series for the Bears. I think it's very important they hold the Mustangs here and don't let them into scoring territory right away. Bears make a good coverage on that kickoff. Tucker and Sexton was in on the stop for the Bears.
Tackle by Dewey.
All right, we got first down, 10 yards to go for the Mustangs on their own 30-yard line. Power play to the right side of the Mount Vernon line, and
Tracy Allen, the ball carrier.
Ty and Tucker was in on the stop for the Bears.
Camper and Tom.
Gain of about 3 yards on the last play for the Mustangs. We noticed that Franz has started the second half at quarterback. He's back to throw, got a man coming over the middle. Good hit put on him. That pass was intended for number 29, Sean Voigt, and Burton come up and really put a good lick on him. Okay, we have Randall, Allen, and Martin in the backfield from Mount Vernon. They're back to pass once again. They have a man open over the middle. Pass is incomplete. Christian had a good hit on the intended receiver, who was number 11, Doug West. All right, it appears the Bears have reached their first goal for the second half, and that's stopping the Mustangs cold on the first series from on the offensive standpoint. Good snap from center, a good punt by the Mount Vernon punter. Number 2, Capper, takes it over on the left side for West Branch. He's up to about the 35-yard line where he's hit immediately. Falls forward to about the 37-yard line.
Returned by Capper up to the 36.
All right, first down, 10 yards to go for the West Branch Bears on about their own 37-yard line. We have Burton and Roseneck in the backfield and Laschek at quarterback. Ty at center. Good snap from center, and we've got Burton flanking the right side here again. He's get through a couple tacklers. A nice, good, hard run by Ryan Burton. He's up to about the West Branch 47-yard line. Gain of about 7 yards on that last run by Ryan Burton. Brings up a second down, 3 yards to go. We're about 9:58 left in the third quarter. Laschek takes a snap from center. Kind of a rough handoff that time. A little bit of a mix-up in the timing in the backfield there. Roseneck was stopped for almost no gain. Third down, 4 yards to go for the Bears. Big play here. Tucker's brought the play in for the Bears. We're starting to get a light mist falling here in the field right now. I don't think it'll affect the play any. Laschek rolls out to his left, and he's hit and downed, but he was able to get the pass away. It's going to be ruled an incomplete pass, so that's going to bring up a fourth down for the Bears. West Branch forced to punt here. Randall and Voigt deep for Mount Vernon. It's going to be a fourth down, 4 on about the punt's going to come from about the West Branch 33-yard line. Good kick by Slaw. Voigt takes the football, have a fake handoff. Bears diagnose the play. He escapes one tackler, and number 58, Ty, nails him about the 30-yard line of Mount Vernon.
Returned by Voigt.
Okay, Babcock, the center for the Mustangs, brings him up. First and 10. Franz goes back to throw under heavy rush. He's got a man down the middle, number 11, Doug West. That's a play they seem to be running a lot tonight. All right, after the completed pass, there was a measurement, and we've got first down, 10 yards to go for the Mustangs. They're going to try a sweep of the right side. The quarterback finds a hole and cuts it upfield. There will be a gain of about 5 yards.
France keeps the ball.
All right, we had a Mount Vernon player injured on the last play. Number 16, Franz, the quarterback, evidently has some type of, looks like a fairly serious knee injury. I thought while we had a little time here, we'd go over the defensive alignment for West Branch again. We've got 52, Scott Slaw, number 54, Jason Tucker, 58, Bill Ty, 77, Dewey in the front line for the Bears. At linebacker, we've got Steve Slaw, 56, Rick Fountain, 61, and 59, Barney Sexton. And in the defensive backfield for the Bears, we've got number 2, Capper, 7, Chris Braddock, 31, Ryan Burton, and number 1, Chris Christensen. Steady rain continues to fall here at Mount Vernon. We got second down, 6 yards to go now with 7:51 left in the third quarter. They've got 33 and a quarterback now. He throws a pass up here. Number 2, Vic Capper, intercepts on about the West Branch 32-yard line.
Pass from Bryant is intercepted by Capper. West Branch takes over on their own 34. Let's go, Rich!
After the interception by Capper, we have a first down, 10 yards to go. The Bears have the ball on their own 34-yard line. Burton and Roseneck in the backfield along with Laschek at quarterback. Laschek rolls out to his left. We seem to be having trouble with the handoff on that play where they try to dive the fullback over the left side of the West Branch line.
Get behind the line of scrimmage.
Ty brings him out of the huddle. There's a loss of about a yard on that last play. Second down, 11 yards to go. Ball rests on about the West Branch 33-yard line. Laschek pitches to the left side. We've got Roseneck out there. Gets away from one tackler and squirms forward. We've got a flag on the play. We've got a flag on the play.
And third 4 at the 20.
Bears are being backed up here. We had a clipping call on that last play. It brings up a second down, 24 yards to go for a first down. 6:40 left in the third quarter. Laschek's back to throw the football. He has Braddock down the right side here. Looks back to the middle, has a man coming back, Capper for the ball. It's completed about the 25-yard line.
So complete to Capper.
Bears come up to the line, faced with a third down, 18 yards to go. Laschek goes back to throw, looks over the middle once again, has a back. Christensen coming out of the backfield.
Pass complete over
Pass
the middle
complete to about the 37-yard line. West Branch is going to be faced with a fourth down.
Tackled by Martin.
Go, Red, get it off good now.
Slaw's back to punt for the Bears. Good snap from center. Good kick away for the Bears. It's a high punt. Going to number 29, Voigt again. Holy cow, good hit. Good hit by Capper. Hit the ball carrier before he was even able to hand it off. All right, Mount Vernon comes to the line. We've got a first down, 10 yards to go on about their own 30-yard line with 4:54 left in the third quarter. Try a sweep to the right, number 33, Blythe, and he's hit and tackled almost immediately by Bill Ty. Good tackle by Ty. Mount Vernon faced with a second down, 8 yards to go after a 2-yard gain on that last play. Blythe is back, fakes the pitch inside and turns it upfield himself. Has a good run, close to a first down for Mount Vernon.
On the option play, out near the first down.
Mount Vernon was awarded a first down on that last play. Blythe rolls out, hands the ball off to number 40, Tracy Allen.
Tracy Allen, the ball
Gain of
carrier.
about 3 or 4 yards by the Mustangs. Jason Tucker was in on the tackle. Mount Vernon comes up, second down, 6 yards to go. We got 3:01 left in the third quarter. Handoff up the middle. Tackle by Fountain. Number 7, Braddock was in also on the tackle.
Tackle by Fountain and
First down, 10 yards to go after the Mustangs get another first down on that last play. Brett Stout's in for Tucker now in the middle of the defensive line. Ball's tipped by number 2, Capper, and the Mount Vernon receiver still able to come back and catch the football.
Tipped by Capper and completed then to Voigt.
Ball's resting on about the West Branch 41-yard line. The Mustangs have a second down, 1 yard to go. We have a flag on the play. Okay, we have a second down, 6 yards to go for the Mustangs. They had an offside penalty assessed to get them against them before the last play got off. Heavy rush by West Branch. Number 56 is in there. Steve Slaw for a quarterback sack. He's knocked off his feet, clear back at the Mount Vernon 38-yard line. He was helped out on that tackle by Jeff Dewey. Tremendous pressure by this young West Branch defensive line. We've got 52 seconds left in the third quarter. For some reason, the ball was spotted on the Mustang 43-yard line. Handoff to a Mustang halfback there, and he's hit immediately by Rick Fountain, number 61, and we have a little extracurricular activity now. One of the Mount Vernon players took a cheap shot at Rick Fountain.
Tackle by Dewey with help from Fountain.
All right, Mustangs are going to punt. We've got Capper and Burton back at about the West Branch 15-yard line to receive the kick by Mount Vernon. Good kick by the Mount Vernon punter. Capper's back to receive the ball, takes it on about the West Branch 5-yard line, and is hit immediately by a Mount Vernon player.
Punt from Blythe carries 50 yards.
We have the end of the third quarter here at Mount Vernon as the rain continues to fall, and the Bears were held scoreless in that third quarter and still lead the football game 13-0. All right, the Bears are going to start this drive buried deep in their own territory once again on about their own 8-yard line. Laschek sets them down. Got Capper flanked out to the left side here. Got a small hole for Burton over the right side, but little or no gain. Fountain just brought the play in for West Branch. It's second down, about 9.5 yards to go for a first down, and the ball's resting on about the 8.5, 9-yard line of West Branch. We've got Capper flanked out to the left side again. Rosenek's the up back. Burton's the man in the eye. Sweep to the left side here. Burton's hit behind the line, but still is able to wiggle away and was able to salvage something out of the play.
Burton carries the...
Gain of about 4 yards on that last play. We've got third down, about 6 yards to go for the Bears on about the 11 or 12-yard line. And Burton was shaken up on the last play, and Jim Freese from West Branch is in now to replace him. Rosenek carries the football out to the right side, has a big hole, and appears he's picked up the first down for the Bears.
The ball carrier.
Once again, the pride and the poise of these young Bears is starting to come out for us. Rosenek carried that ball with a lot of authority on that last run. I think we're starting to see something develop here. We've got a big hole over the left side. Burton breaks it out here. He's got one man to beat. Good tackle, number 28 for Mount Vernon. Scott Gross made a saving tackle. If Burton could have got the corner turned there, he could have possibly went all the way. The Bears still look strong as they come up to the huddle with 10-11 left in this football game. They've got a first down and 10 yards to go on about their own 36-yard line. Laschek takes a snap from center's hit immediately, but he gets the ball handed off to Rosenek, who makes a good, strong run once again up the middle. Sherman from Mount Vernon was in on that tackle. Gain of 6 on that last play. We got second down, 4 yards to go here for the Bears. 9:39 left in the fourth quarter. Laschek takes the ball, hands off to Burton in the backfield. He squirts out here to the left side again. 3 men on him, but he's still able to gain about 2 or 3 yards.
Ball carrier is Burton. Tackled by Gross.
We had a measurement on that last series, and the Bears were awarded a first down. We've got Steve Ayers in now for Scott Slaw at tackle. Ty brings him up. Laschek sets him down. Got Burton in motion to the left side of the football field. Got a handoff to Rosenek. We've got a flag down on the play. It appears we're going to have some type of illegal procedure penalty against the Bears.
Ball carrier was Ross.
We got 8:59 left in the fourth quarter of this football game. Indeed, West Branch was assessed a 5-yard penalty for illegal procedure on that last play, which takes the ball back to about their own 42-yard line. Have a sweep to the right side of Burton, who's hit by a Mount Vernon player in the backfield, gets away from one man, just swarmed under by Mount Vernon players. Once he turned it back against the grain, there was just too much pursuit by the Mount Vernon Mustangs.
Hit first by Buckmeyer.
West Branch is faced with a second down, 20 yards to go here with 8:09 in the fourth quarter. After a loss on that last play, we've got Braddock in motion to the right side. Once again, Burton cuts it back inside. A good solid hit by Mount Vernon there. .7:31 left. Martin and Sherman were in on the last tackle for Mount Vernon. Ball resting on about the West Branch 35-yard line at this point. Big third down play here. West Branch seemed content to take the football and run it up the middle here. Possibly keep it on the ground and not risk the interception. Forced to punt. It's fourth down, 17 yards to go. West Branch maintained the football for 10 plays on that drive. Started at their own 8-yard line. We've got Voigt back here for Mount Vernon on fair catches on about the Mount Vernon 30-yard line.
Fair catch by Sean Voigt.
Okay, first down, 10 yards to go for the Mustangs on about their own 30-yard line. We notice the Stouts in for Dewey on defense, and the defensive line for West Branch. They go right at him the very first play, but he read the play well.
Keeps the ball in the option play.
Second down, 9. Mustangs on about their own 32. Try to roll out to that left side. They're content that they're going to run to that left side. Good hole over there. Gain of about 12 yards on that play. You're going to bring the ball up to about the Mount Vernon 42, 43-yard line. Football game. Braddock and Tucker went on that last tackle for West Branch. Ball rests on about the Mount Vernon 43-yard line. The play's turned inside by the good tackle by Vic Capper.
Martin, the ball carrier, hit for a yard loss by Capper. Second 11.
Second down, 11 yards to go after a loss of 1 yard on that last play. 5:14 left in the game. Mount Vernon's back to pass. Got a man intercepted right into the hands of Rick Fountain, who brings it over here to the left side. Right into the hands of Rick Fountain. We've got some extracurricular activity again.
That's intercepted by Fountain, tackled by Tracy Allen.
All right, after the interception by Fountain, West Branch has the ball on the Mount Vernon 42-yard line. Capper flanked out to the right. Laschek takes the football. Roseneck squirts through a small hole.
Roseneck the ball kick.
Clock runs down to about 4 minutes left in this football game. Second down, 9 yards to go for the Bears. Ball rests on about the Mount Vernon 42, 41-yard line. Got a sweep here to the left side. Burton has some running room.
Burton the ball carrier, run out of bounds by Gross.
Third down, 5 yards to go for the Bears as Ty brings them up. Ball resting on about the 37 or 8-yard line of Mount Vernon. It's got a third down, 6 yards to go. Laschek rolls to his right. He's got plenty of time. We have a flag down here in the center of the field. Pass complete to Braddock on about the Mount Vernon 30-yard line. Still on his feet.
Flag dropped on the play as the pass is complete to Braddock. Tackle made by Randall.
Okay, we've got a third down and about 17 for the Bears. The Bears were assessed a 10-yard holding penalty once again on that last play. 3:49 left in this football game. Laschek's back to pass. Got a heavy rush from the right side, but completes it over the middle to Christensen. Makes one move. Heads upfield. Makes it to about the Mount Vernon 40-yard line. Good run by Chris Christensen. Fourth down, about 8 yards to go. Slaw's back to kick for West Branch. Good snap. Punts away. Got a good angle on this punt. It's headed for the out-of-bounds marker. Mount Vernon, West Branch touches the football. It all depends on where the official marks it. He marks it at the 2-yard line of Mount Vernon. A good play there by Rick Fountain, who alertly touched the football before it went into the end zone.
As the ball goes dead on about the 3. Clipping penalty against Mount Vernon.
Okay, Mount Vernon was assessed a penalty of clipping and half the distance to the goal line. Coach Bellamy has inserted an entire new unit for the Mustangs. There seems to be a loose football. We'll wait and see what the official call is. West Branch has recovered the football on the Mount Vernon 3-yard line.
Recovered by the Bears. 61 on the ball was Rick Fountain.
All right, we have 2:42 left in this football game, but I'm sure the Bears aren't going to be content right now to set on this 13-0 lead. I'm sure they're going to be going for another touchdown here. Laschek sets them down, ball on the 3-yard line. Good hit by a Mount Vernon player. That was number 40. Tracy Allen got into the backfield and hit Burton only. Clock continues to run.
No gain.
All right, we have a timeout here on the football field. West Branch was forced to call a timeout. There seemed to be a mix-up getting the play in, so rather than to be assessed a penalty for too much time, they simply called a timeout. I thought it'd be a good time right now to kind of salute some of the assistant coaches on the West Branch coaching staff. We'll get to them now right after this play. We've got 1:59 left in the football game. Still second down, no gain on that last play. Pitch out here to the left side to Burton, who's hit almost immediately and dropped for about a 5-yard loss. Like I said before now, the assistant coaching staff here at West Branch is made up of Mark Colvin, Larry Rummels, Jeff Harp, Tom Hildreth, and they have Rick Sexton's their man up in the booth here with us. So I think the West Branch fans should tip their hat to these assistant coaches because just like Coach Peterson, there's a lot of hours put into this football team. Laschek sets him down at about the 10-yard line. Rolls back out to his right side, has a man wide open in the end zone. Touchdown Bears!
That's completed.
All right, we had Chris Braddock on that reception for a touchdown for the Bears. Nice roll out there by Lazchek. I have to keep commenting that every week you see this Jamie Lazchek just gain more confidence as he goes, and he has a great potential if he just keeps working hard. Stouts in for the extra point try. Christian holding. Snaps out, good. Down, kicks up. Extra point is good. We've got 1:20 left in this football game. That now makes it West Branch 20, Mount Vernon nothing. I wish he'd look up here. All right, we've got 1:20 left in this football game. West Branch Bears, the Baby Brigade, leading 20-0. Tucker back to kick. Kicks away. It's a rather short kick off to the right side. One of the short men from Mount Vernon takes the kick. The Bears just swarm him under at about the Mount Vernon 35-yard line.
Kickoff return by Becker up to the 35. Tackle by Scott.
We have 57 seconds left in this football game, and I don't know if many fans can remember, but it's been since 1972 since this West Branch Bear football team has defeated a Mount Vernon team here in Mount Vernon, or for that goes as far in the West Branch area also. So that's been a long dry spell for these West Branch Bears.
Second 9.
"20 seconds left in this football game. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, it's been since 1972 since a Bear football team has defeated a Mount Vernon football team. Mount Vernon almost breaks a long one here. I say they may have time for one more play, or they may let the clock run out.
Good for the first down.
Mount Vernon has attempted to call a timeout.
Tackle by Braddock.
We've got 10 seconds left on the clock. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we thought we'd just shoot the camera on the coaches. You're seeing one bunch of happy West Branch football coaches right here. 10 seconds left. Mount Vernon's back to pass. West Branch puts a heavy rush on, throws it long downfield. It's complete. Completed about the West Branch 25-yard line with 1 second left on the clock.
Pass is real complete, I think, on the final play of the game.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Bears win. Bears win.
West Branch is the final score.
Final score of this football game is the West Branch Bears 20 and the Mount Vernon Mustangs nothing. You're seeing one happy bunch of young football players and a good coaching staff here as the players congratulate one another at midfield. And as I said once before, it's a well-played, hard-fought football game, and as continues to be the case, these young football players at the Bears seem to have continually get better each week. Tonight's play might not have been as strong as it was last week, but you can see improvements each week. And like I said before, they have a lot of pride in themselves, and for a young bunch of kids, they have a tremendous amount of poise. So I think for any of the West Branch fans that are up here tonight, it's time to start your cars and have a nice trip back to West Branch.
Pearson.